Alright, so I guess it's time for Tier 1. Also, Mark saying this trailer is awesome. That was created by Perbit, so feel free to thank her in the Discord. So anyway, we've got some exciting matches happening. Starting off with Adam versus Yusuf and Mark versus Tim. I shall quickly check to see if everybody is here. And looking at this, unless I've gotten the links wrong, it seems the only person that is currently streaming is Adam. So if Yusuf, Mark and Tim are here, please start streaming and we can get this tournament underway. Oh, here we go. Yusuf's stream is up. So Yusuf probably didn't expect to be playing with Adam, but he is in Tier 1, so you will eventually fight Adam. Even if it's not in your first Tier 1 tournament, it's going to happen at some point. Unless something majorly wrong happens to Adam, to which, then we have a big problem. Alright, so it appears Tim's stream is now ready. Mark's stream, unless he's streaming on a different account to what was submitted, currently isn't streaming. I will quickly check this. Ah, so it is. So yeah, it looks like the Twitch account submitted for Marks is different to what it actually is. So if I quickly change these here, and there we go, that actually makes a lot more sense now. So, I swap this to this, and then I click this, and game screens appear. So yeah, Mark, I think the problem there was it's like, you're currently streaming on Mark_2, but then I look at Twitch, not look at Twitch, I look at Discord and it says that your account was like Mark_DeusX, which was a bit confusing. It's like, unless I know beforehand, I just use whatever's like on the submission. It's alright. Anyway, everything is sorted out though. So yeah, if all players are ready, then we can begin the Tier 1 tournament. And Mark is indeed ready. Tim is indeed ready. Are Adam and Yusuf ready? Who is restreaming me and Pumis? By the looks of things, that would be Bill, also known as Blogmeister on Twitch. You are the first match, so I would go over there very quickly. Anyway, it appears all players are ready, so let's get these games underway. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We have all players starting off their stacking immediately, with a little bit of trouble coming from Tim, but it's nothing he can't handle as he scores the first Tetris of the Tier 1 tournament. Followed by Mark, with Adam and Yusuf following shortly after. Although Tim has definitely got himself into a bit of a situation with some holes here. It's definitely something he can work with, but it's going to be causing a lot of, I guess, destruction of his points. But either way, on the left-hand side, we currently have Adam stacking incredibly well right now, with only 70,000 points to Yusuf's 56,000, as he scores yet another Tetris and another one, bringing himself up to 116,000 points, whilst Yusuf is having a little bit of trouble on the left-hand side right here. Again, it is solvable, but will he get the correct pieces, or is he going to get stuck in a burn loop? Oh, there we go. Gets the L over, gets the I over. There's a bit of a jagged stack right now, so he's going to have to build over. Can he find the pieces that he wants? There's one single, there's another single, there's another single. Gets himself ready for an I. Decides to stack slightly higher and use a J instead. He will end up clearing that hole as a slight bit of buffer happens, unfortunately. But he has got himself out of there. The downside being that took a while, and Adam has used that opportunity to stack himself up to 188,000 points. So he is going to have to try and find a way to recover. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have both players with a very precarious looking stack right now. However, Mark is currently in the lead as he scores another Tetris to 177,000 points. Tim just going to have to try and get something over to the left right there, but his stack is only getting higher. Just hoping for a J right now. He gets the J. It's something over on the right. There you go. There's an I in the middle. And we need something over on the left. He can't get anything over the left, and he will top out with 144,000 points, which means Mark is going to be taking game 1. He scores yet another Tetris. So both players are ready on the right hand side, so I will quickly count them down before continuing. So let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So either way, on the left-hand side, we currently have Adam in the lead with 333,000 points to Yusuf's only 164,000, an over double point lead. So it appears things are looking incredibly grim for Yusuf right now. Meanwhile, Adam scoring yet another Tetris to bring himself up to 400,000 points. There we go, Adam's Tetris ready. He just needs to find himself a nice little eyepiece before anything wrong happens. He's going to have to cover the well due to RNG, unfortunately. There we go, he's got it. A little bit of a jagged stack, but it is being solved. There's the eyepiece. Tetris for Adam to 430,000 points. Meanwhile, Yusuf still needs to open up his well slightly. There we go, he's stacking himself. Tetris ready. Eyepiece just in time. Tetris for Yusuf to 243,000 points. He's going to stick with the center well, though. He just does not want to let up on any points. However, it could end up costing him in the future. Meanwhile, though, on the right-hand side, we have Mark again in the lead with 120,000 points to Tim's only 100,000. But Mark has got a little bit of a hole to deal with. So if Tim could possibly in a bit of an advantage from this, we don't know. So it appears Mark has dealt with this situation, is currently stacking up to be Tetris ready with 169,000 points. However, Tim has got himself in a bit of a situation, so things are only going downhill. Or should I say uphill, with this piece is only getting higher as he tops out yet again. Mark taking game 2, and game 1 on the left-hand side still hasn't finished yet. There is a massive change of pace right now as Yusuf enters the kill screen with only 327,000 points. Adam entering with over 500,000. Adam guaranteed takes that first game. So either way, we have Tim that's ready, we have Yusuf that's ready, we have Mark that's ready. Adam, of course, playing on level 19 right now. We're just going to wait on him. See Adam just happily stacking on level 21 right now. Runs his way down, level 22. There's a double, there's a single. Possibly stacking up for a Tetris here. He's got himself a bit of an eyepiece for Alliance. A bit of a down stack will solve that. These Reliances are only getting worse, however, as it appears he can't get anything over to the right, so yeah, he does top out. 569,000 points, level 22. Really good game right there. And Adam is ready as well. So, any further ado, let's get these games underway. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So all players are currently stacking their way up for a Tetris right now. Where are these eyepieces? Right, anyway. Getting back over to the games here, there was a slight technical issue I had to quickly sort out. Okay, it appears we currently have, on the right-hand side, Tim in the lead with 35,000 points, with both players with a very interesting stack right now. However, on the left-hand side, we have Adam, who is stacking incredibly high, getting a little dangerous. Can't get anything over to the left. He will top out with only 31,000 points, so Yusuf takes a game from Adam. All I'm going to say is I'm glad there's no betting going on right now. Would have been a big win right there. Anyway, Adam is ready for his next game. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Mark, who is catching up with 69,000 points. However, both players scoring the Tetris there. There we go. Yusuf is ready, so I shall quickly count down the left-hand side. So let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So heading over to the right-hand side, we currently have, again, Mark with 183,000 points now, thanks to a Tetris. With Tim in a little bit of a situation again. Yeah, it is solvable, but it's going to cost him some points. There we go. All holes are dealt with. His stack is a little bit jagged, however. It's going to need to be resolved. A very nice burn there with the eye. Hopefully he should be able to get himself Tetris ready there, as Mark is now on 210,000 points. He's now 3 Tetrises behind. And by the looks of Mark's stack, it looks like he's not going to be stopping anytime soon. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, a slight misdrop from Yusuf right there. Should be solvable, but the stack is getting a little bit too high for my liking. He can't get anything over, so he's going to be topping out with 52,000 points. Adam taking game 3. So he's ready for his next game already. And Adam is ready again, so I shall quickly count them down. Game number 4, left-hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So on the right-hand side, we currently have Mark stacking eyepieces just all over the left-hand side of his stack right now. He just seems to be getting way too many eyes. But it appears everything is in his favour, as his score is still above Tim's, with 337,000 points to Tim's only 283,000. Tim, however, getting a Tetris, meaning he's now only 2 Tetrises behind. But Mark will be firing back with a Tetris of his own. But with Tim being only a little bit short of 20 lines away from the kill screen, can he pull this back? As Mark ends up getting a bit of a misdrop there. He's gonna need a J. Or he can use the I. There we go. He's clearing up slightly, but unfortunately has to build over his hole yet again, causing a bit of problem. So will he get the correct pieces in time as he creates yet another hole? And this stack is getting very dangerous, so he will be topping out with 371,000 points. Tim getting the Tetris, so Tim taking game number 3. So meanwhile though, on the left-hand side, we have Adam with a slight eyepiece dependency right there, but he does turn that into a Tetris. It is 110,000 points to Yusuf's earlier. Oh, Yusuf's 147. So Yusuf is currently in the lead and Tetris ready. Just needs to find that eyepiece, possibly sort out some stuff on the right. Yusuf, unfortunately, having to block the hole. Gets another eyepiece in time though. And Adam just taking the lead with 178,000 points. However, Yusuf scores a Tetris, taking that lead back with 196, and Adam firing back himself, with Yusuf firing back again. Jesus, these are Tetrises left, right, and centre. Either way, Mark and Tim are ready for their next game, so I should quickly count them down. Game number 4, right-hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So anyway, heading back over to the left-hand side, we have Adam with yet another Tetris coming out to 249,000 points. Yusuf firing back with one of his own, taking the lead. He does need a little bit of GA to clear that overhang. He does go for the spin, but fails. So is he going to try and clear that down, or is he going to try and ignore the hole for now? One may never know. But either way, Adam using that opportunity to gain a bit of a lead right now with 319,000 points. He needs an eye to make himself Tetris ready. Gets it, another eye as well. Tetris for Adam, 342,000. A bit of a misdrop coming from Yusuf. Scores that Tetris, but it will do a bit of damage to his stack. So he is going to need something over on the right to clear it. unfortunately not getting any of the pieces he was hoping for, so it appears it's going to be causing a lot more damage than he was expecting. There we go. He was going to tuck the J, unfortunately couldn't get it in time. He is making his stack look a little bit more stable though. However, Adam is only getting further and further away. Now at 414,000, nearly 100,000 point lead in just a short amount of time. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we have Mark with a little bit of a lead right now with 185,000 points to Tim's only 128. As he searches for that eyepiece, finds it. Tetris for Tim, 151,000, 2 more Tetris, and he gets it back in the lead. Mark currently waiting on his eyepiece as well. There's a Tetris for Tim, there's a Tetris for Mark. No difference in score right there. Just waiting for the other eyepiece. Again, Tetris for Tim and Tetris for Mark. Mark getting himself Tetris ready again. Both players Tetris ready. There's eyepiece for Mark, Tetris for Mark. However, Tim gets himself in a bit of a situation. He's gonna need a lot of L's to get out of this. Fortunately, no L's arriving. He does get an I and a J though. He can shift one of those dependencies. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Yusuf topping out, which means Adam is going to be taking Game 4 and the match. So Adam getting very close to the kill screen right there with 556,000 points. Only one line away. Where is his eyepiece? There it is. Tetris for Adam, 381,000 points as he transitions. He has a bit of a misdrop. It's going to cause a lot of damage on this speed. And he gives up and tops out. So, meanwhile, over on this right-hand side, we have Tim stacking very high. I am not liking this height right now, but he is cleanly coming down. Getting the majority of the pieces he needs right here. Could potentially score a Tetris out of this. Gets the right pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He's going to have to go for the triple. But, either way, Mark is stacking just basically way better right now. He's at 450,000 points to Tim's 296,000. With another Tetris coming out from Mark, and Tim still digging. I feel like Tim is unfortunately stuck in a bit of a burn loop right now. He's gonna have to try something. Does get himself Tetris ready, but this is a very high stack. There we go. There's a Tetris for Tim. Just need to try and get something over there, and I or a J could do it. But instead, he's actually going to continue to stack. He's made himself Tetris ready out of it. But can he get an I in time? By the looks of things, that's going to be an unfortunate no. His stack is just in complete shambles right now. With Mark currently with about a 200,000 point lead. However, he is in a little bit of a situation of his own, nowhere near as bad, and Tim tops out. Which means Mark is also going to be taking game number 4 and the match. Alright, anyway. So, next matches here shall be Raoul versus Frida and Eloa versus Hajuli. I shall quickly prepare these matches for you. Alright, all games are here. So it appears we can continue with our next matches of Roel vs Frida and Elua vs Hejuli. Currently appearing that everyone besides Frida at the minute is currently going for some 19 practice. Hello there, Hejuli. Either way, it appears we've got quite a few veterans coming out here for Tier 1. So, all I'm really going to say is, who do you think is going to end up winning these matches? Alright, it appears we've got some readies happening. These matches are just about to begin. We have Elua with a ready and Hejuli with a ready. If Roel and Frida are ready, then we can begin. Frida is indeed ready. Roel is currently stacking on 19 and tops out, so Roel is also ready. So, let's get these matches underway. Game number 1, players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. By the looks of things, I would probably rate Hejuli with the cleanest stack right now, as he scores his own little Tetris. Although he has decided to make a hole now. I guess this is a bit of a commentary's curse kicking in right now. Either way, Elua taking the lead with 52,000 points. Hejuli just needing a J, but he does use an I to turn that into an L piece dependency and gets one. A lot of L pieces coming out, which is very fortunate for him. Now he just needs an I, wherever the I piece may be. There it is, Tetris for Hejuli. He takes the lead ever so slightly. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have a Tetris coming out from Roel to 80,000 points to Frida's only 77,000, but Frida firing back, bringing himself up to 100,000 points. Roel getting another Tetris. Both players already on a pretty fierce 100,000 points. Frida with another Tetris, making himself Tetris ready immediately. Another eyepiece, another Tetris. Roel finally makes himself Tetris ready, gets the eyepiece very soon as well, so there's a Tetris for Roel. Roel just needing another one to catch up. There it is, eyepiece and Tetris. However, Frida is stacking and currently waiting for a Tetris of his own. There we go, Tetris for Frida, double eyepiece. Roel firing back. Both players in the 170,000 point range. And another Tetris coming out from Roel, so he takes the lead. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we currently have a very close game. Elua scoring a Tetris there to take the lead. Hejuli currently waiting for an eyepiece. There it is. Hejuli now going for the column 2. Well, he is Tetris ready. Just needs that eyepiece to clean himself up a little bit. There it is, Tetris for Hejuli. Both players now in the 210,000 point range. By the looks of things, it appears every game currently being shown is incredibly close. Yeah, but Hajuli in a little bit of a situation here. He's going to need the right pieces to dig himself out. He's created himself a little hole on column 10. If he can get the correct pieces, he can deal with it. There we go, he opens up the next hole, deals with it, but now he has a bit of an eyepiece dependency. Not the greatest looking stacks right now, so it appears more holes may end up coming. No, he looks for the eye, just gets it, but now his stack is in serious disrepair, and he will top out, which means Elua is going to be taking game 1. Meanwhile, though, on the left-hand side, we again have the games still being pretty close. But Rowell taking the lead with the Tetris right there. Frieda's just going to have to clean his stack up a little bit. Where's that O-piece when you need it? Unfortunately, it arrived a little bit too late, causing him to create a hole. He's not capable of using that eyepiece. He will finally get another one, though. There's a Tetris for Frieda. He's now one Tetris behind, however. He needs that eyepiece wherever it might be. There's that eyepiece, there it is, Tetris for Frieda. Making himself Tetris ready immediately. And another Tetris coming out for Frieda. I was just asking for a moment while she sorts out audio. Another Tetris coming out for Frieda as well. Ro has definitely been in a bit of a situation though, as his score has just not increased up past this time. And another Tetris coming out for Frieda. However, he is in a bit of a J-piece dependency. He uses an I to turn that into an L-piece dependency just as a J arrives. Does manage to sort it out though. A Tetris coming out from Rowell. Bringing himself up to 371,000 points to Frieda's 433. Now Elua is now ready, so I shall count down the right-hand side. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Meanwhile, going back to the left-hand side again, we have Rowell slowly catching up. Frieda now in the kill screen with 486,000 points. Just clearing singles here and there, hoping to survive, making that lead ever so slightly wider, but he has caused a bit of damage to his stack. Should be solvable, but the stack is only getting worse. Does make it into level 20. Meanwhile, Rowell entering the kill screen. A very nasty looking stack. Is there anything they can do? No, unfortunately not. So that is very unfortunate. Either way, he's through to game 1. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Elua with a bit of a situation that's a little bit too strong to handle there. Right-hand side stacking up way too high. Elua topping out with 39,000 points, so Hajuli will be taking game 2. That is one of the unfortunate parts about NES Tetris is if you stack too high to where your well is and you can't get anything over, then that's it, it's too late. Deep breaths, Ro. As a wise man once said in Tetris, supreme calm. But either way, we have Elua ready for the next game. If all other players are ready, I can count them down. Frieda is ready, Hajuli is ready. And Rowell is now ready. So, let's get these games underway. Game number 2 on the left-hand side, game number 3 on the right-hand side. Let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So players stacking quite nicely. We've got 2 Tetris on the right hand side already. The players on the left hand side looking for their eyepieces. There is a Tetris for Frida. Rebel unfortunately having to make themselves Tetris ready again. There we go. Where is the eyepiece? There it is. Tetris for Rebel. Everyone has a Tetris. Frida firing back, however. And Hajuli is in a situation already with Eloa with just a spire of set pieces right there. He's stacking down though. Julie's stack is slowly getting better. Just needs to get the correct pieces. It's not quite efficient, but it will do. Take what you can get. Here we go. His stack's looking normal again. Eloa with a slight amount of damage to her stack. He's gonna have to dig a little bit. So meanwhile though, on the left hand side we currently have Raoul scoring a Tetris, gaining a bit of a lead there. Frida unfortunately not able to use that eyepiece for a Tetris. He is going to need to do something about this hole though. Potential T-spin, not going to go for it. So now there's a bit of a J-piece dependency. Wherever the J may be, can he get an I? There's the I. J finally arriving, just a little bit late there. There we go, he's finally uncovered his final hole. Now he just needs to open the well. Unfortunately, he is going to be putting even more weight on the well. There we go, his well is finally open. However, that has caused him to fall behind by 90,000 points. He does get a Tetris at the same time as Rebel though. Meanwhile though, on the right hand side we have yet another incredibly close game. Julie stacking a little bit too high for my liking. Like, it is still this height that you can stack at, but it's a dangerous height. So he's created a little bit of a hole. She'll be able to deal with it, but just like with Frida, he's put an immense amount of weight on his well. Causing him to miss out on some points here. There we go. Sorted out. He's Tetris ready. He just needs to find that eyepiece. Meanwhile, Eloa with a bit of a dig situation. He's going to have to shove that eye into column 10, despite the well being closed right now. And Eloa's stack is, again, getting a little bit dangerous. Unfortunately, not able to get anything over to the left. So Eloa's topping out. Raoul's topping out. Both players need to still play, however. Julie only needs a little bit more. Frida, however, needing quite a bit more. And there we go. Touch to Hajuli. Hajuli takes game 3. So Frida's playing nice and safe. Hoping for the correct pieces right now. He's got himself Tetris ready. There's another Tetris. Oh, he usually says, one moment. Now we have a problem in the sense that my memory is bad and I couldn't remember if it was 310,000 or 340,000. Either way, that's enough. So Frida is gonna be taking that game. My memory kind of muddling up Eloa and Raoul's score there. Visually saying every electronic device is pinging full of messages for some reason. Now you see, it's a very simple way to solve that, and it's called Do Not Disturb mode. Anyway, we have Elua that is ready, we have Roll that's ready, we have Hajuli that is ready, and we have Frida that is ready. So, that sounds like we can get some games underway. So let's go then. Players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's something that I need to remind myself to do. It's like whenever CTP is about to happen, like half an hour before the tournament starts, I just send all devices like into silent mode. Mostly so they don't go off during the stream, but you know. Say, either way though, we have Frida with a little bit of a misdrop with that S piece though. It's going to cause some damage, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, the L piece not arriving as quick as he had hoped. He's slowly working his way down, however, Raoul can very easily use this opportunity to score a Tetris, like they are right now. But meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Elua that is currently 2 Tetris behind with only 65,000 points, compared to Hajuli's now 125,000 with another Tetris. And his stacking is still staying clean. Tetris for both players on the right-hand side. Raoul is in a little bit big situation. Could have been solved. And this is only getting worse. This is getting stupidly dangerous right now. Raoul topping out with 102,000 points. Raoul says apparently it was a brain fart. So Frida is going to need another Tetris. Creating a bit of an eyepiece dependency in the middle right there. Play it nice and safe. Go dependency of J and L. J fits in nicely. Need a J over on the left hand side to keep things safe. There we go, well is open. Where is that eyepiece? There we go. It's 103,000 points for Frida, so Frida is going to be taking game 3 and the match. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we currently have Elua only just in the lead. However, Hajuli has just got himself out of a dig situation right here. Elua scoring a Tetris. Just cleaning up the parity of a stack right now. And Hajuli managing to find himself into a situation again. Just quickly move over to here. Get ourselves some fancier screens. We have Hajuli with the Tetris, whilst Elua waits for an eyepiece, gets it, but a misdrop O. It's going to cause not too much damage, but will mean her stack's a little bit higher. Does decide to clear it though. Meanwhile, we've got another Tetris coming out from Hajuli. Elua finding an eyepiece of her own. Says a Tetris for her as well. This game's getting pretty close. Another Tetris coming out for Elua. Hajuli, unfortunately, unable to fire back. But he does get a Centerwell Tetris. No, that was only a triple. My bad. But there's a Tetris for Hajuli. So Hajili just consistently sticking 5,000 points behind. Hajili with a bit of an eyepiece dependency on the left, chooses to ignore it for now, scoring a Tetris. He is going to opt for the column 3 well. Will it play in his favour? It is causing him to stack in a bit of an interesting situation here. Unfortunately, not getting the eyepiece. There it is. There's a Tetris for Hajili. Taking the lead with 382,000 points. Elua's stack getting very dangerous right now. Especially with those holds. Unable to get the eye to the left, which means Elua is going to be topping out. Hajili taking game number 4 and the match. Either way, our losers bracket matches have been set up, so our next matches shall be Yusuf versus Raul and Tim versus Elva. So she'll get these matches sorted out. There we go. The games are ready. So again, Yusuf versus Raul and Tim versus Elua. So it seems we have all players aside from Yusuf currently trying some 19 practice. Hoping it will get them into the mindset of making 18 slower. But Yusuf says he's already ready. So we have Frida wishing good luck to the right-hand side. And Roel is ready as well. So if Tim and Ella are ready, then we can get these matches underway. Alright, Tim says he's ready. Ella says she's ready. So, get these matches underway then. Let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So we also have Scoopman with the tier 1 sub. Thank you for your little subscription right there. So a reminder that all money that currently goes towards Classic Tetris PAL will actually go towards real events. Don't worry, there is no money being hoarded. And Yusuf topping out immediately with only 28,000 points, so Roel taking game 1 straight away. So meanwhile though, on the right hand side we currently have Tim with a Tetris lead. Oliver is making a stack a little bit more manageable though. She's not going to hope for the overhang right there. It's going to make everything nice and clean, scoring the Tetris, getting herself back into a fighting position. With a nice little T-spin coming from Eloa, followed by a Tetris. She's going to opt for a couple of burns though instead of an eyepiece dependency. Will get herself Tetris ready on column 8 however. There we go. Tetris for Eloa. So we've got even more Tetris coming out right now. Eloa now a Tetris ahead. So Tim shouldn't have to step up the pace too much, but he's currently behind. There we go. Another Tetris coming out from Tim. Reminder, if both players on the left hand side are ready, we can continue a game 2. Oh, there we go. Roel is indeed ready. So, it's alright, Roel. I shall count you down anyway. So, left hand side, game number 2. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. But anyway, heading back over to the right hand side. Currently have both players pretty close. Oliver is currently a Tetris ahead, but it shouldn't be too hard for Tim to make a bounce back here. Just needs to clear up the right hand side. Got himself ready. He needs a J. Unfortunately, unable to get a J in time. Makes himself ready with a J again. Where is that J? Again, still too late. Unfortunately, he's going to be putting too much onto the middle, and he will be topping out. So Eloa will be taking game 1. So meanwhile though, on the left hand side, a very close game right now. Only 77,000 to 75,000. Both players waiting on that eyepiece. There it is. There's a Tetris for Raoul. Where is the eyepiece for Yusuf? There it is. Tetris for Yusuf as well. Either way, both players are ready on the right-hand side, so I should count them down. So, right-hand side, game number 2. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So heading back to the left-hand side, however, we have a slight lead coming out from Yusuf, as well as a nice little Tetris there coming out for Yusuf as well. Roll firing back, and Tetris Leon gifting a tier 1 sub to Lil Mac. Thank you for the gift right there. Very generous of you. Yusuf hoping for a T-spin, but unfortunately the T did not arrive in time. How many times must you offend the British game? But Yusuf now in a very precarious situation. He's not going to be able to do anything. He will top out, so Raoul will be taking game 2. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we currently have Elua in the lead with 146,000 points thanks to a Tetris, with Tim in a little bit of a situation here. He just needs an L to get out, but that L just is not going to be arriving. It's now a Jane L. Opens up the well, gets the eye. Tetris for Tim. 93,000 points, but unfortunately he blocked his well as another eyepiece arrived. Yusuf is also ready for his next game. Here we go, Raoul is also ready. So, let's get game number 3 underway. So, left-hand side, game number 3. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Either way, it appears Tim has had a little bit of frustration and he decided to reset his score before I could quickly check what it is. I'm presuming it was probably behind, considering he was already behind previously. So after that Tetris, I will be giving Elua the second point. Right, so both players on the right hand side are ready, so I shall count them down as well. So right hand side, game number 3. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So it appears the pressure is currently on for both Tim and Yusuf, with Rowan and Elua both being on match point in the losers bracket. So one more loss for either of them and it's out. Although, speaking of people being out, it appears on the right hand side we have both players with a very interesting looking stack. Lots of holes everywhere. However, on the left hand side we have a clean looking stack from Raoul, is only slightly behind, just needs to find that eyepiece. There it is. Tetris for Rowell. Yusuf is Tetris ready, however. Rowell making himself nice and clean again. Tetris ready, needs that eye. Where is it? Tetris for Rowell taking the lead. Yusuf needs a J. Gets the J, but unfortunately ends up blocking it just as it arrives. There we go. Yusuf now is Tetris ready. Slight hole on the left, but that doesn't matter because he gets Tetris anyway. 239,000 points to Rowell's 274 now. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we currently have Tim with just dealing with the situation right there. Unfortunately, he isn't getting any of the pieces that he requires. That's a very strange RNG there. Can make himself Tetris ready for column 3, but even still, I guess you just do with whatever you get. So either way, we have Yusuf topping out with 264,000 points, which means Rowell is going to be taking game number 3 and the match. So Yusuf is out, Rowell advances to the next round. So meanwhile on the right hand side we have Tim with a centre well. He's going to need an eye. There we go, gets it. The misdropped O on the left, however, is going to cause a problem. And it appears his stack is just only getting worse. Just hole after hole appearing. And he resets. Thanks for restreaming. Thank you for playing, Yusuf. We enjoy the company of every player. But either way, it appears that Eloa is going to be taking the game and the match. So, we've got both games turning out to be a 3-0 there. Very unfortunate. But either way, we have our next matches being Adam versus Frida and Mark versus Hejuli. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot less brutal top-outs happening. I shall get these matches sorted out. Also, thank you Tetris Liam for subscribing with Twitch Prime. I've always had a bit of a situation trying to figure out who exactly do I subscribe with using my Twitch Prime, and I guess you're deciding to choose us. Yes, thank you to that, and we shall make sure that all of the contribution heads towards something, let's say, like CTC. Mark says he's here to beat Hejuli. I just hope that quote there doesn't come back to bite him. thank you for reminding me to unmute my mic, Little Mac. Yet again, I have forgotten to unmute my mic. I swear, every time I have an issue, it's mic-related. And 90% of the time, the issue is also memory-related. Sometimes I forget to plug the mic in, sometimes I forget to unmute it. So yet again, I was speaking into the void. But either way, if all players are ready, we can in fact get these matches underway. As Mark and Hajuli are ready, Frida is indeed ready. Is Adam ready? Adam is indeed ready. So, let's get these matches underway. Let's go. Game number 1. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So we have all players stacking up mostly cleanly. Have first Tetris coming out from Adam. Frida following, as well as Mark Hajuli, the only one to not Tetris, but there's the eyepiece. Tetris for Hajuli. Both players pretty even right now, as Adam scores himself another Tetris. He needs to just build himself up to be Tetris ready again. Frida firing back. Now at 71,000 points. Adam getting a Tetris of his own. Needs to make himself Tetris ready. He is already there. He just needs to hope that eyepiece arrives wherever it may be. So eyepiece unfortunately arriving as he blocks the well. Another eyepiece arriving as he blocks the well. Another eyepiece arriving as he blocks the well. The fourth eyepiece getting him a Tetris though. Hajuli topping out with about 70,000 points, which means the Tetris will be enough for Mark. He gets it, which means Mark taking game 1 already. A lovely little ice spin coming out from Adam though. We have a Tetris for Frida and a Tetris for Adam. Frida still in the lead, however. In the lead by 1 Tetris. So Mark is ready for his next game. And there it is. Juli's ready for his next game, so I shall quickly count them down. So, right hand side, game number 2. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay, heading over back to the left-hand side, we have Frida scoring yet another Tetris, extremely close to a perfect play right there. And an eyepiece finally arriving for Adam. And another eyepiece, unfortunately, is only a triple. Frida getting a Tetris of his own, now ahead by about 30,000 points. Had a slight situation that he was able to deal with. His stack, however, isn't in the greatest of situations right now. He does deal with it. Gets an eyepiece just in time. Tetris for Adam. Now 2 Tetris behind. And a slight misdrop from Frida. Nothing he can't handle, however. Though he does decide to throw an O in there instead of an S, which is slightly suboptimal. Meanwhile though, Adam using that opportunity to very quickly get back in the lead. amazing how just a simple misdrop can cost so much. Meanwhile though, on the right hand side we have Hajuli, who is ever so slightly in the lead. He's hoping for the correct pieces. Unfortunately, the J that he was needing just did not arrive in time. Both players scoring a Tetris, however. So Hajuli staying in the lead. The stack mostly fixed. However, he is getting O-bursted. There we go, the left side of his stack is sorted out, the right side of the stack has made himself Tetris ready. He gets an eyepiece, unfortunately, just as he blocks the hole, and another eyepiece he needs to use to readjust. And there is another Tetris coming out for Hajuli. Now staying ever so slightly ahead, Mark in a bit of a situation. He should be able to deal with it, uses the eyepiece to open up a hole, clears it with yet another eyepiece, makes himself Tetris ready, just needs one more eyepiece, there it is, and a Tetris mark. So both players above 200,000 points now. Julie, a slight situation, should easily be able to deal with it if he gets the pieces in the correct order. Where is that O? Unfortunately, having to use a J instead, which will cause him to burn a line. So is he going to make himself Tetris ready on column 4? It appears that answer is going to be a yes. There is the eyepiece Tetris for Hajuli. Clears a single and he's back in business on the right. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Frida topping out 450,000 points on the kill screen. So Adam is going to be taking game 1 with 568,000 points as he continues to play level 20 and beyond. Unfortunately, a little bit of a misdrop for Adam. Should be able to deal with it. Unfortunately, he can't get the J over, so he will be topping out. Very clean game. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Mark with a bit of a situation on the left-hand side. Needs to get an eyepiece over. He does get one. And we need to see if he's going to burn his way down. I think he is, instead of going for Tetrises. Meanwhile, Adam is ready for his next game. And Frida is also ready. As Mark gets into another little situation, I shall quickly count them down. So, game number 2, left-hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So heading back to the situation on the left, Mark is putting a lot of weight on column 1 as he's going to aim for that column 2 Tetris. Unfortunately, he keeps blocking the well. It's currently unblocked. He's waiting for that eyepiece. Wherever it might be, it's a little bit of a burn. Goes for another burn, and there's the Tetris. Now he just needs to deal with a slight jagginess on the right. However, the parity on the left is also starting to worsen. There it is, open the whole Tetris for Mark. Julie entering the kill screen with 451,000 points. Mark is going to have to play his heart out to catch up. Julie now at 475,000 points as he tops out. Mark is going to have to score over 100,000 points in level 19 speed. This is going to be a ridiculous comeback if he makes it. Unfortunately, he cannot. So Hajuli is going to be taking game number 2. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, though, we have Frida with a bit of an interesting stack parity right there. Another Tetris coming out from Adam. Adam is now about 15,000 points behind, as Mark is ready for game number 3. And another Tetris coming out for Frida. Putting himself up to 172,000 points. Another Tetris coming out from Adam. A nice little J-tuck, get himself another Tetris. Frida firing right back. gap is slowly closing as Frida scores another Tetris, Adam firing right back again. Julie now ready, so I shall count down the right-hand side. So, right-hand side, game number 3. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, heading back to the left-hand side, we have a simul Tetris happening. With another Tetris coming out from Frida. Adam needs to find his eyepiece. There it is. Tetris for Adam. Now 14,000 points behind. So Frida with a bit of an eyepiece dependency on the left. He does clear it. And he's made himself Tetris ready on the right. There we go. Tetris for Frida. A triple for Adam, with a hole on the left-hand side. So meanwhile, Hajuli with a very pleasing stack in regards to colour. Unfortunately, colour coordination does not earn you extra points. We are not playing Puyo Puyo right now. Julie appears to have given up as he tops out with 45,000 points. Mark taking game number 3. Fortunately, not getting the pieces he was hoping for. And on the left-hand side, we have Frida, who is currently ahead by about 30,000 points. Does have a little bit of an eyepiece dependency on the left-hand side, but he can deal with it. Not getting the pieces that he was quite hoping for, but it's definitely usable. As he just needs to open up his well. There we go. And where is that eyepiece? Goes for another burn. Making his stack ever so slightly higher. There we go. There's the Tetris for Frida, and another Tetris coming out from Adam. Meanwhile, both players on the right-hand side are ready, so I shall count them down again. So, game number 4, right-hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris as Frida enters level 19. 481,000 points to Adam's 525,000 now. Which means Adam is going to be taking game number 2. Pulling it back right at the end. Anyway, over on the right hand side, we currently have Hajuli just with a slight situation, but easily dealt with. We just need a GA piece or an eye. Now turning into an eyepiece dependency. So he decides to just stack over it. And Adam is ready for his next game. Well, dealing with a bit of a situation as he scores a Tetris, bringing his stack down. And Hajuli have a massive eyepiece dependency over on the left. He is going to have to bring his stack down just so he can get an eyepiece over. This is going to be a bit of a problem, as his stack is only getting higher and messier, which means Hajuli is going to be topping out. Mark taking game number 3. No, game number 4, should I say, and the match. So if I move over here, as both players are ready, can get game number 3 over on the left-hand side. So let me quickly count them down. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. say anyway. Currently have both players stacking relatively cleanly, with Adam getting a Tetris, taking the lead with 45,000 points. Just needs to make himself Tetris ready again. Meanwhile, Frida still waiting on that eyepiece. Opens up the well, finds the eye just in time. Tetris for Frida. Now 52,000 points. However, Adam at 55. Adam in a little bit of a situation with some eyepiece dependencies he's created. He's gonna clear some up with a GA. Open it up. There's another GA. The eyepiece dependency on the right clears it. He can make himself Tetris ready on the left. Whether he chooses to is up to him. There we go. He's Tetris ready. We have Frida with 70,000 points. He is going to have to catch up just a little bit. And I'm making himself Tetris ready on the right again. Another Tetris for Adam. 110,000 points now as Frida is in some serious trouble. And he will be topping out, which means Adam is going to be taking Game 3 and the match. Right, so the next matches shall be Hejuli versus Raoul and Frida versus Eloa in the loser bracket. I shall quickly get these matches sorted out for you. Right, there we go. Have our matches ready of Julie versus Raoul and Frida versus Eloa. So don't worry about being too quick, Raoul. We're currently ahead of schedule anyway, so it doesn't affect things too much. I will quickly use this opportunity to turn my lamp on because things are getting quite dark over here. So it's amazing now that autumn's kicked in on how quickly the sun seems to set. Either way, Julie and Raoul are ready for their match, so if Frida and Eloa are ready, we can begin. Frida is indeed ready. So Eloa is some incredible 19 practice though. Oh. I should probably stop talking. The moment I say that, Eloa misdrops. Alright, either way, Eloa is ready, so let's get these matches underway. Let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There we go, all matches are underway. Eloa immediately Tetris ready. Will she be the first one to get a Tetris though? No, it'll be Julie that gets the first Tetris, very shortly followed by Eloa, followed by Frida. And I missed the Tetris from Raoul. He did get one. Either way, we have a serious situation from Julie, as Julie tops out at only 25,000 points, so Raoul will be taking game 1 straight away. But Frida and Eloa definitely pretty neck and neck right now. Frida with a Tetris. Eloa just needs to find an eyepiece. There we go. The common strategy of just block the well and an eyepiece will arrive, but you bait it by reopening the well with the next piece. I don't know why, but this game hates us. Either way, we have Julie ready for the next game. So whenever Raoul's ready, we shall count them out. Here we go, Raoul is ready. So, gonna get these matches underway. So game number 2, left hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So looking over to the right hand side though. We have Frida currently in the lead with 194,000 points. Eloa needs to make themselves Tetris ready. And Eloa opts not to go for the eyepiece dependency on column 1, but instead moves it to column 3. Does deal with it. Now Tetris ready, just needs that eye. Gets the Tetris. Currently behind by 2 Tetrises though. A bit of a problem. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Hajuli with the Tetris, but a very jagged stack. It's going to need a little bit of sorting out. Apparently, it's going to cause a burn as well. Doesn't affect him too much though, as he scores yet another Tetris to 115,000 points to Raoul's only 94. And Eloa topping out, which means Frida is going to be taking game 1. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Hajili with another Tetris, followed by Raoul as he fires back. Raoul now 1 Tetris behind. Just needs to make himself Tetris ready. There we go. Where is that eyepiece? Searching for it, finds it. Tetris for Raoul, but Hajili firing back. Eloa ready for our next game, as well as Frida, so I shall quickly count them down. So, game number 2, right-hand side. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Julie's starting to stack relatively high for his Tetris. He is opting for a burn as he gains the lead with that Tetris. Now 213,000 points to Raoul's 198. Another Tetris coming out for Hajili. Raoul just having to make themselves Tetris ready again. Slight J dependency on the left, easily usable, but a slight misdrop is going to cause a serious shift in game plan right now. And that one misdrop caused the entire game to fall apart. So Hajuli is going to be taking game 2. It's quite amazing how, not just in NES Tetris, but Tetris in general, just an accidental misdrop at the wrong moment can cause your entire game to fall apart. Like that wasn't even that high. It's just it just completely throws you off. Either way, Julie's ready for game number 3. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Frida in the lead by a couple Tetrises. And Raoul is also ready, so I shall count them down. So, left-hand side, game number 3. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So we have Hajuli with the Tetris already, Raoul now firing, but Hajuli firing right back. Raoul now using an eye to free up the hole with another eye, making himself Tetris ready again. Now, both players are at the exact same score with 49,780. Another Tetris coming out from Raoul. Hajuli just unable to find that eye though. Going for the double burn into a Tetris. Needs one more Mino to make himself Tetris ready. There we have it. And another Tetris coming out from Hajuli, taking the lead. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we have Eloa with just a little bit of a hole to deal with. Easily dealt with. Making herself Tetris ready. There we go. There's a Tetris for Eloa. 284,000 to Frida's only 241. As he's made himself a bit of a J-piece dependency. Now an I-piece dependency. Makes himself Tetris ready. Unfortunately, he does decide to burn down. But he does get a Tetris back at column 10, though. Just playing it safe, getting another Tetris. And also slightly taking the lead now. As Eloa fixes up her holes again. Another Tetris coming out for free of 316,000 points to Elua's 294. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we currently have Roll in the lead by a little over a Tetris. Visually making himself Tetris ready by throwing an eye into column 1. There we go, there's a Tetris for Hajuli. And Roll firing right back. Needs to just get something over on the left. There we go. So Roll's lead just seems to be getting wider and wider right now. He's really unable to get the pieces he wants. There we go, he's opened up a well. His stack's looking relatively decent. There he goes, a Tetris for Hajuli. Make his stack nice and flat again. Another Tetris for Hajuli. Himself a little bit of JP dependency that he sorts out, but now things are looking a bit dire on the left-hand side. There we go. He's stacking up nice and high, just needs that eye, wherever the eye may be. There it is, there's a Tetris for Hajuli, 265,000 points. He just needs to clear a little bit. Meanwhile, both players on the right-hand side have entered the kill screen, with Frida topping out, as well as Eleva. And Frida's only about 700 points ahead, so Frida will be taking game 2 only just. Incredibly close game there. Either way, Elua is ready for the next game. And over on the left-hand side, we currently have Roll in the lead by a Tetris. However, his stack is not looking so great. And Frida is ready, so I shall quickly count them down. So let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And in the meantime of me counting down, Hajuli has taken the lead. He just needs to sort out the little situation over near the middle left there. There we go. He gets another Tetris. Opting to keep his stack nice and clean. Meanwhile, Roll's stack is the complete opposite right now, as he can't get anything over to the right, and he will be topping out. So Hajuli will be taking game 3. So Hajuli now on match point. The pressure's on for both Roll and Elua. So either way though, Roll is ready for the next game. And there we go, Hajuli's ready. I shall count them down then. So, left-hand side, game number 4. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'll say we currently have Elua in a bit of a situation. It should be solvable given the right pieces, but we just need that right piece to arrive. Currently it's a J, now it's an I. Unfortunately, the eye cannot be placed, so Elua will top out. Frida taking game 3 and the match. Anyway, heading back over to the left-hand side, we currently have Hajuli with only 6,000 points to Roll's 68,000. Hajuli definitely going to have to step on the gas in a minute. Just hopefully he can get that eyepiece in time. Now currently a J-piece dependency. There we go. There is the J sorted. However, his stack is getting incredibly jagged. Creates another eyepiece dependency. Things are going to get very sketchy for him. He needs to sort something out right now. Ooh, lovely little tuck right there. Fortunately, he's not going to be able to get anything over there. And he will be topping out with only 22,000 points. So it appears that Rowell will be taking game 4. And we have our first decider. Alright, Rowell is ready for the decider. Alright, and Hajuli says, let's go. So, let's get this decider underway. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The stream is laggy, or it's something on your end. Looking at the statistics, we have 0.0% drop frames. So I don't think there's anything wrong. Either way, we currently have Hajuli in the lead with 26,000 points, making himself Tetris ready. There is another Tetris to 49,000 points. Rowell in a bit of a situation, is going to be needing a lot of L's right now, and he misdrops. This is going to be a serious situation to deal with. And this is going to be a very anticlimactic decider as Rowell tops out and Hajuli takes the match. But anyway, our next matches shall be Adam versus Mark and Hajuli versus Frida. Alright, so current match shall be Adam versus Mark. There was also going to be Hajuli versus Frida, but Hajuli currently needs some time, which is fine because we are like so far ahead of schedule it doesn't even matter. So technically, their match isn't going to be starting for like another half an hour, but you know, if they're ready, then we're more than welcome to host it. Oh, Hajuli is here. I should quickly ask I mean, yeah, we can actually do that. If the other two players don't mind waiting, we can actually do these next matches as 1v1s instead of 2 sets of 1v1s. Mark is ready though. So just quickly ask Frida if he's okay. Can decide what's going to happen. Alright, there we go. Frida says he's okay with having the match later, so we can get the match of Adam versus Mark underway. Just as soon as both players are ready. So Mark is ready. Is Adam ready? Adam is indeed ready, so let's get this match underway then. So, let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So it appears we also have a poll in the chat. Who's going to win, Adam or Mark? Either way though, the match is underway and we have a slight situation for Mark, but he gets exactly the pieces he needs to deal with it. Just needs to open up his well now. As Adam has now scored 2 Tetris already, 2 Marks, currently 0. So he does get 1, but Adam is now finding his way onto 3 Tetrises. Needs to make himself Tetris ready again, however. There we have it. Mark scoring a Tetris. Adam now Tetris ready. Mark with yet another Tetris, taking the lead. Eyepiece for Adam, though, as he takes the lead back. And Mark firing again with another Tetris. But it seems this lead is currently going back and forth. Mark currently in the lead. L decides to use an I instead, now creating a J dependency, and I misdrop. He does get the Tetris though. So he is still staying in the lead. However, he does have to deal with his stack right now as it's getting relatively jagged. And there we go, he's opened up as well as Adam scores another Tetris, taking the lead. Mark firing back, a Tetris of his own however. And another Tetris coming out for Mark. And another one coming out from Adam. This game couldn't get any closer right now. Adam scoring another Tetris. Mark waiting on that eyepiece. There is that eyepiece. There it is. Tetris Mark breaking 200,000 points. There we go. Another Tetris coming out from Adam. Another Tetris coming out from Mark. Neither player willing to give an inch right now. So Adam was hoping to make himself Tetris ready to deal with the slight situation that he had. Unfortunately, the eyepiece arrived one piece too early. So he does burn his way down and score a Tetris. Fortunately, Mark wasn't in the greatest of situations either, so he couldn't make any advantage out of that. Another Tetris coming out from Mark, and another one from Adam. He's now at 300,000 points. Mark getting a little bit desperate for this eyepiece here. Unfortunately, he blocks the well. There you go. Decides to fix the J dependency with an I and an L. Now gets the triple with the I. However, Adam is definitely using this opportunity to gain an even larger lead. Mark now having to block his well again. Unfortunately, things are not going his way right now. He needs an I. And that I won't even be a Tetris. There we go, he gets the I. Creates a bit of a triple well. Blocks the well though, right as an eyepiece arrives. Uses an eyepiece to clear a single. He needs a T-spin. There we go, he gets it. And there's a Tetris for Mark finally, as he's now 2 Tetrises behind. Now make that 3, as Adam scores another Tetris. So Mark had the opportunity to create an L piece dependency right as one was showing up. Unfortunately, he didn't notice until it was too late. Although his stack is getting relatively high, he burns the triple to keep things safe, gets another Tetris, now 50,000 points behind, nearly 60,000, now it's 60,000. Adam was hoping to make a nice little Tetris well on column 9, unfortunately pieces not arriving as he expected, might be going for column 4 instead though. There we go, column 4 well happening. And there's a Tetris for Adam. And another Tetris for Adam. Nice solve there. Now Mark entering the kill screen on 416,000 points. He's gonna have to play some serious Tetris to keep up. And unfortunately, he can't get anything over to the left, so he is going to be topping out with 418,000 points. So Adam will be taking game 1. As he transitions to 494,000 points. Lovely little tuck there, but there is a bit of an O-piece misdrop, and he is going to be unable to get anything over to the right, so he's going to be topping out less than 400 points short of 500,000. Either way, both players are ready again, so let's get game number 2 underway. Let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Heading back to that poll though, seems to be weighted in Adam's favour, currently 4 votes to 2. It seems there is little faith in Mark right now. So meanwhile we have 2 Tetris coming up from Adam already to Mark's currently 0, now 1 due to an eyepiece. And there's a second one. So he burns a little single right there. Here we go, we've got another Tetris coming out from Mark. As Adam kind of needs to deal with a bit of a situation over on the left right there. Should easily be solvable. Creates himself a bit of a J-piece dependency. J-piece arrives perfectly fine, now he needs an eye. Eyepiece arriving from Mark as he scores a Tetris, Adam firing right back. Now 98,000 to 118,000, Mark scoring another Tetris to 140. Mark is just needing to build himself back up again. And there is a Tetris coming out from Adam to 123,000. Now what Tetris behind, make that 2 is out as Mark scores himself another one. So Mark getting a nice clean stack right there with a few overhangs. Dealing with the overhangs perfectly fine. Needs to make himself Tetris ready. Meanwhile, Adam making himself Tetris ready with a couple of burns. Oh no, never mind, that's a triple now. Now it's a Tetris. Tetris for Adam. Now 2 Tetrises behind with his 178,000 to Mark's 216. There we go, there's another Tetris coming out from Adam. He's giving himself a little bit of an eyepiece dependency over on the left. Does decide to plug it. Unfortunately, an eyepiece arrives during that moment. Especially he's got a bit of a jagged stack right now. Creating an eyepiece dependency over on the right. Again, plugging it. He's deciding to bring the left down. Very nice clears right there. Meanwhile, Mark getting a Tetris as Adam fires right back. Getting back to about 54,000 point deficit right now, and Mark scoring yet another Tetris. Bringing himself over 300,000 points now. Adam with the Tetris to 259. Mark about to go to the Tetris before he noticed it was a triple. Adam with the Tetris, Mark with the Tetris. So Mark just needs to put his right up just ever so slightly. There we go. Now where is that eyepiece? Wherever that eyepiece may be, decides to block it just as an eyepiece arrives. Fortunately, he just could not wait any longer. Meanwhile, Adam slowly catching up. All of these burns are definitely starting to harm Mark. Mark now with a bit of a jagged stack. He's got to hope he gets the correct pieces. So far, so good. Needs that eye immediately. Goes to burn a single and then a Tetris. It's a safe play. And then another Tetris. Meanwhile, Adam firing back. Mark right on the cusp of 400,000. As the poll has now finished, the scores are even. But unfortunately, I cannot say the same about the game, as Adam is currently 2 Tetris behind. And we are less than 20 lines away from the kill screen now. Mark with a little bit of a situation, should be solvable, but the pieces that are currently being dealt are not in Mark's favour. Have to burn a few lines because of that. And Adam only 1 Tetris behind now. but he does have an eyepiece dependency. Mark scoring a Tetris to make that 2. There we go. Mark finally entering the kill screen with 522,000 points. And getting a Tetris on 19 as well. So Adam making that last Tetris count. Now on 504,000 points. Adam is going to have to play a lot of 19 to catch up. Which is possible. Meanwhile, Mark is currently in level 20 and still going. He is not letting Adam catch up, and Adam is topping out at 509,000 points. Mark taking game 2. So Adam did not look pleased about that. So Mark continuing to go. He's on level 22, still going. 165 lines. Is there an eyepiece anywhere? Unfortunately, there is not, and he cannot do a thing, so he will be topping out with 573,000 points. Even still, very sizable lead. And Mark is ready for his next game, as well as Adam, so let's get this game underway. So, let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So the game has begun and Adam not dealt a single red piece. Finally having one. Definitely a little bit of skewed RNG there, but it's easily usable. So anyway, we currently have Mark in the lead by a Tetris, with Adam having a very interesting stack right now. Currently dealing with a bit of an eyepiece dependency on the right. Opening it up for another eyepiece dependency and then blocking it again. Just needs a J to solve that. There we go. But now he's putting a bit of weight on the holes that are over on the right hand side. He should be able to deal with it. There we go. That's 1 down. That's 2 down. Correct pieces. That's 3 down. A nice little tug. And he makes himself Tetris ready out of that. So there is the Tetris. However, he is now down by nearly double score. We'll see how far this mistake's going to be taking them. He gets the J just in time, makes himself Tetris ready. So Mark currently having to deal with a little bit of a situation on the left. Creating an eyepiece dependency, but getting an eye to clear it, that's fine. Here we go, Tetris coming out from both players. Currently 140 to 235,000. There we go, Mark widening the gap. Adam finding the eyepiece to try and catch back up again. But Mark not letting Adam get any closer. There we go, Adam's dealt with his situation. If he gets an L, he can clear everything up very cleanly. There we go, and an eyepiece, so we're going to have a Tetris for Adam to 237,000 points. So he is slowly catching up. Meanwhile, Mark with another Tetris breaking 300,000 points. It's at times like this when we can definitely say, glad that Adam ends up having the title of being one of the best 19 players. Okay, Mark with yet another Tetris. Adam firing back. Now nearly an 80,000 point difference. So both players are ready, they just need the eye. There's one for Adam. Now he's breaking 300,000 points. Unfortunately, no eye whatsoever for Mark. He's not getting what he needs, has to burn the triple. Scoring the Tetris, now he's on the cusp of 400,000 again. Getting another Tetris as Adam fires back. Now we're getting close to 100 lines here. So Mark with a little bit of a situation. Adam can use that to recover. Yeah, Mark has dealt with this situation. He just needs to make himself Tetris ready again. There you go. Mark now Tetris ready. Adam with the Tetris. It's getting very close to catching up now. Mark finally getting the Tetris he needs. Unfortunately, he has caused a slight situation. Should be solvable with just a single burn. There's another Tetris coming out from Adam. He's now only one Tetris behind. We get closer and closer towards the level 19 kill screen. There we go, Tetris for Adam, Tetris for Mark. Again, only a one Tetris difference right now. However, Adam will enter level 19 on the next Tetris. Or in this case, he's going to be entering it right now. And Mark's stack is in no shape for level 19 whatsoever. So he will immediately top out with 499,000. Adam very well could take this game. But he can't. So Mark taking game number 3. It's a very close game right there. Either way, both players are ready immediately. So, let's get game number 4 underway. So let's go then. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Got it, both players stacking relatively well. So unfortunately, no eyepieces for Adam until I mention it. He finally gets his first Tetris. Mark in need of a little bit of a J there. There we go, there's the J. Does a burn to make himself Tetris ready. Another Tetris coming out from Adam. And there's the Tetris for Mark. So Adam with a little bit of a parity situation over on the left. He shouldn't be too much of a problem to deal with, but so it could have caused a situation. Adam not going to opt for any overhangs right now, as this parity moves from the left slowly towards the middle. And there we have it, it's been solved. Just needs that eye. Wherever that eyepiece is going to be. Another Tetris coming out from Mark. And Adam fires the Tetris. And a second Tetris as well. So Adam now taking the lead. There we go, I've got another Tetris coming out from Mark, 174,000 points. Adam firing back to 150. Adam needs to get himself another Tetris. There it is. But Mark firing back. Can I get a bracket somehow? Any link for it? I am unsure, to be honest. I don't know if there was a viewable bracket that was ever sent out. I will have to quickly ask. Nope. Little Mac is here to save the day. So I no longer need to ask. Right, anyway, moving back to the game, we currently have Mark, who is still a Tetris ahead. We have, let's see, I currently have Adam with another Tetris right there. He's gonna need a bit of a J to sort himself out. Mark is stacking pretty high, but he gets the Tetris anyway. He just needs an L and he can make himself Tetris ready again. There it is, another I as well, another Tetris for Mark. Adam needing a J, but he goes for the spin instead for the burn. Popped in for the safe strats right there, and there is yet another Tetris for Adam. So we have a slight situation for Mark right now. It's definitely solvable. Shouldn't take too many lines, but that's generally what I end up saying all the time, and then NES RNG just kind of comes over to say hi. There we go, Mark shifting the hole slightly, managing to open it up, goes for the triple. Now at this point, he just needs to either make himself Tetris ready using this, or he needs to remove the weight from the right, which he opts to go for the latter. There we go, as Adam makes himself Tetris ready, Mark goes for the Tetris, making sure he stays back in the lead. Another Tetris coming out from Adam right there. Need a T to make things work. There is the T, now we just need an I, wherever that may be. Adam with a little bit of a spire in the middle right there. Could potentially get dangerous. Meanwhile, Mark currently with 407,000 points. Again, waiting for an I. There it is. Tetris for Mark. And it appears Adam's stream has crashed. Oh no! Let me try and refresh this if I can. Oh, and Adam's back and he's topped out. So by the looks of things, it appears that Adam has topped out, and Mark has taken game number 4 and the match. So to all of the people that voted in the poll that Adam was going to win, it appears you have failed. As Mark now goes for the victory lap on level 19. Stack getting ever so slightly worse. Needs that eye, wherever the eye may be, and unfortunately there is no eye showing up, so he will top out. Even still, he won anyway. So, anyway, now that that has been sorted out, there is only one thing left to do, which is to move over to Hejuli and Frida. Before that, I shall quickly refresh Hazuli's stream if he is streaming or not. There we go. Just for good measure, I'll also refresh Frida. I think he's already okay, but, you know, can never be too safe. And then we shall move over to our next match of Hejuli versus Frida. Purbit with a bit of trivia there, saying Adam is passing by the losers bracket for the 3rd time since the beginning of the year. Which, I mean, considering he's been in Tier 1 every single time, that's pretty good odds. That's basically saying, like, 2/3 of the time he's been in CTP Tier 1, he hasn't lost a single match. mean, that statistic is just scary. Either way, I shall pour myself a drink whilst we wait for players to be ready. Because my poor throat is going to be... my poor throat's going to be in a bit of a disrepair if I don't have a drink. Having some nice refreshing watermelon juice. But either way, it looks like Frida is ready and Hajuli is ready, so we can get this match away. So, let's get these games underway. Players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So our games are underway of Hajuli versus Frida, with Frida scoring the first Tetris of the match. Hajuli going for a few overhangs here. Unfortunately, there's only so many overhangs you can do before the stack starts to go to shit, and then there we go. Hajuli topping out. Frida taking game number 1. That was a very quick game right there. I think we might end up being thrown ahead of schedule again if we end up having matches this fast. Yeah, anyway, so let's get game 2 underway. So, players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, what did I miss? I mean, you missed a game that lasted like a minute. So anyway, game number 2 is underway. Stacks are looking a lot better, as both players have a Tetris. Frida going for his second Tetris, however. Hajuli is going to have to burn slightly to make himself Tetris ready. There we go. And there's the second Tetris coming out from Hajuli. Third for Frida, however. And there we go. We've got a 4 for Frida. And Hajuli is just currently waiting on that eyepiece. There it is. There's the third for Hajuli. And there we go. We have another one coming out from Hajuli. Frida waiting for his eyepiece. There we go. There's another Tetris for Frida as he breaks 100,000 points. So Hajuli looking for that eye. Frida gets it first though, to 145,000 points. Hajuli now on 125. There we go. Eyepiece for Hajuli, Tetris for Hajuli. Frida waiting on that eye. Relatively clean game going along until I start talking, and now Frida's stack is now messed up. So Frida's in a little bit of a situation, and Hajuli is going to use that opportunity to take the lead, now with 195,000 points. Frida with a very nice clean, however. Needs that O, gets the O. Uses a burn on a T to slot the L in there right now. However, he will create another hole to try and sort things out. He has decided to plug it. So we currently have Hajuli on 203,000 points to Frida's 169, and now make that 192 for the Tetris. Frida opting for a couple of smart burns right there to keep his stack in shape. There we go, we have yet another Tetris coming out from Frida to 220,000 points. Hajuli taking the lead back with 238. Both players' stacks in a ever so slight situation, but it is a situation that can be solved. There we go. Usually with some nice parity. So Frida now having to stack up to make himself Tetris ready. There we go. There's a Tetris coming out for Hajuli and Frida. So again, the scores are pretty close, 286 to 270. Both players Tetris ready, just waiting on that eyepiece. There is one for Hajuli. However, Frida has plugged his well. He's going to have to deal with this with a T-spin. Fails the T-spin, but he gets the Tetris anyway. So now he's just going to have to burn a couple of lines to open up that hole. There's 2 lines burned, but now it's going to have to become 4. There is the 4. Now he's Tetris ready. He just needs that eyepiece. There it is. Tetris for Frida. And there is a Tetris for Hajuli. There is now a relatively large gap right now, as both people are on 100 lines. There's about a 40,000 point difference right now, so things are definitely looking relatively smooth for Hajuli, but his stack is the complete opposite right now. He decides to do something else with a J. Not J, T I mean. There we go. There's one spin into there. However, speaking of J's, he now has a bit of the J piece reliance if he wants to clear things smoothly. And unfortunately, he's going to have to opt to not do any of that because J only arrives now. So there we go, he's opened up one hole, and that hole has been dealt with, and now he just needs to deal with the second hole. Currently shifting it down the stack. However, Frida in a bit of a situation themselves. Bit of a TP's misdrop right there. So it appears both players are going to be entering the kill screen on a very interesting looking stack. Juli's stack, however, looking a lot cleaner now. I say as he then misdrops a piece. But he does enter with a Tetris. He can't get anything over to the right-hand side, so yeah, he will be topping out with 457,000 points, which means Frida is going to be taking Game 2 with 471,000. Catching up right at the end right there. So we're now on match point for Frida. Pressure's on for Hajuli. One. What? What? Now I am confused. No. You didn't win that game. Frida caught up at the last moment and then overtook. 457 to 471. That was very concerning there. It's like I could have sworn you topped out right at the start and he's just won this one. Either way. So yeah, it's currently 0-2. Both players are ready, so let's get game 3 underway. Let's go. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So we have a very interesting strategy coming out from Hajuli right now. I have never seen this start before. So by the looks of things, he's just going to have to clean up a little bit here, and he should be ready to go. There we go. He's going to be opting for a column 4 well, it seems. Unfortunately, the eyepiece reliance on column 1 is causing a little bit of issue. So meanwhile, over on Frida's side, we have him on 51,000 points. Now make that 74,000. So Hajuli currently 2 touches behind. He should be able to rejuvenate the stack relatively easily, though. So it appears that Hajuli is having a bit of trouble with stacking now. But meanwhile, again, on Frida's side, we have another Tetris coming out to 127,000 points. He makes himself Tetris ready again. Hajuli just off of being Tetris ready. Where is that O-piece? There it is. So we have a Tetris coming out from Hajuli's 53,000 points to Frida's now 176,000 points. There's definitely a very large gap happening, and Hajuli is only stacking higher and higher. Presumably getting more desperate out of Tetrises. There we go. Hajuli is currently having a bit of an eyepiece dependency. Should be able to solve it. There it is. There's an eyepiece and another eyepiece Tetris for Hajuli. 86,000 points. Frida keeping things mostly clean right now. He's going to opt to plug his well right now. Hajuli with yet another Tetris to 112,000 points. Still about a 100,000 point difference, but he is slowly catching up. So both players weighing on an eyepiece. There is an eyepiece for Hajuli and Frida, so simul Tetris right there. Another Tetris coming out from Hajuli, bringing him up to 182,000 points. So yes, the gap is getting closed. However, Frida firing back. And Hajuli getting off yet another Tetris of his own. Hajuli trying not to go for the eyepiece dependency right there. Does get a Tetris, and he makes himself Tetris ready immediately. Very smart move. There we go. Another Tetris coming out for Hajuli, 250 to 292. This gap is only getting shorter as Frida gives himself yet another eyepiece dependency. Just up to bring it down slightly. And now Hajuli's stack has got some holes in it. Say it appears this definitely hasn't been Hajuli's game for this one, which is kind of a shame considering this game seriously matters. And it appears his stack is only getting higher. He needs an eyepiece down there, finds one. Now he's in a severe L-piece dependency. Opts not to go for the L-piece. There goes an eyepiece to the left, hopefully. Unfortunately, no eyepiece. Is going to have to use a J. Now he needs a J and L for an I. There we go. There's the J. Goes for the T-spin. Successful. And using a J over on the left. He should be able to work his way down now. I mean, if it's really smart, he might even be able to get a Tetris out of it. But no, he's going to go. There we go. Needs an eye. Where is that eye? There is the eye. Ooh, this is getting pretty clutch. He enters the kill screen. Unfortunately, there is no eyepiece, so he is going to be topping out at 365,000 points to Frida's 463. Still playing. So Frida is going to be taking game 3 and the match. So, either way, looking at the bracket right now, so we currently have a, I guess I could say a situation, but it's not really a situation because we're just currently waiting on the other side to finish their matches, which is perfectly fine because we are ahead of schedule by about 18 minutes right now. So, in the meantime, I will end up hosting Blogmeister out of this, and when his matches are done, we can come back over here and we can finish off the tournament. So, just put the singer here, and we will raid blog. So we will be back shortly. In the meantime, see some action with blog, and I hope you guys have a good day. Let's go!